Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome to another one of Chris's beer reviews. Today, I'm going to be drinking something that I've been waiting for over a year. That's right, it is the Mocha from Southern Tier Brewery. It finally made its way here from the United States. I've been doing beer reviews for a little over a year and a half now, and this has not actually hit our shelves once. So this beer has been floating around USA, Oregon, for far too long for it to get over here. Now I'm telling you, it might be a milk stout. Last time I had a Southern Tier beer that was any type of coffee or it was a creme brulee actually, and it was a milk stout. So if you're curious as to how milk stouts are made, you could always check it out at the Southern Tier Brewery. These guys are the brew masting milk stout champions of the world, in my opinion. Okay, so we got an Imperial Mocha, first of all. So what that means is we're going to be having a staggering alcohol content in a beer, clearly. But one thing I want to point out is that the Southern Tier Brewery is known universally for being the one brewery that can have high alcohol content in their beers while maintaining a taste where the alcohol content isn't too overwhelming. In fact, the majority of the time it is just masked under the pure flavor that their beers provide. So it says right here, flavored extra strong beer, just like I said, 11.2% ABV. So there you are with that staggering high alcohol content. We got 650 milliliter bottles, and a stout brewed with chocolate and coffee. Now, a lot of beers try to pull off this coffee flavor, but a lot of breweries also try to pull off the chocolate flavor, as I mentioned in my most recent review. The chocolate and coffee flavors consistently end up being the flavors in beer that end up turning out to be more like a hint of a flavor instead of like a full in-your-face flavor. So I'm really interested to see how the Southern Tier is going to be able to pull this off. At the back here it says, when empirical and creative impulses collide, the result is often timeless. The classic utility art aesthetic of the coffee maker is an example of design and engineering working in concert. Stout brewed with chocolate and coffee. It is through similar cooperation that the simple bitter cocoa bean is transformed into a sweet treat. As scientists, our brewers utilize their materials to extracting standards. As artists, they couldn't resist the temptation to combine the best flavors of two of our highly acclaimed Blackwater series Imperial Stouts, Java and Chocolat. You know, that's very cool. This is the second time that they're doing this. This is a mix of two of their beers that are in the coffee series. Now you see we got the Java, and as you'll notice with Southern Tier, they spell all their names a little bit more different than your average. So if you look here, it says Java, J-A-H-V-A, instead of Java, J-A-V-A, the way that we normally spell it. And this one is Chocolat, so C-H-O-K-L-A-T, instead of course, chocolate, the way that it is spelled. And in this case, we have the Mocha, which is a combination of the two. I've also had a brew of theirs called the Gemini. It was an IPA concoction where they mixed two different types of incredibly highly hopped IPAs together to create something I believe to be called unearthly. Sorry, Gemini was the freak of nature that it made. It came from unearthly and a double IPA, if I can remember correctly, that were mixed together. Anyways, it says, alone, each is perfect, but together as mocha they are inimitable expression of two of the world's most sought-after flavors. Enjoy Mocha Stout with or as your favorite dessert. Cheers. You can always check it out at southern-tierbrewing.com. And another thing that I want to say too is, what was I reading on the back here? I think I already mentioned that. It's all good. You got your standard Southern Tier beer cap there, and I appear to have lost my lighter, but that's okay because I got a backup right here. The reason why I'm going to be using a lighter is, as usual, I want to preserve the cap. So here it goes. Now you see, that is an aroma that is going to tell you that this is going to taste just as much as it smells like. I can immediately pick up on the mocha flavors, the cocoa, the coffee. It just hits your nose like a ton of bricks. All right, so let's check it out. I'm telling you right now, it's going to have a very good amount of head, like Southern Tier beers normally do. And there you go. Just like I said, you know it's a good stout when it's got head like that. Now, just like, again, my last review, you know, very chocolatey, caramelish, um, you know, very brown cocoa mocha looking flavors that we got going on here. I could just keep going. You know, it almost kind of looks like there's brown sugar sitting at the top of your pitch black stout. Now, another thing I'm going to bring out is the stout. I've seen very different variations of stouts and porters that are as dark as this, and sometimes there's usually a brown or a reddish tint on the side, like kind of a glare or a reflection from the light. This one is just pure blackness. Ooh, really curious with this. I don't pick up on the alcohol content in the aroma whatsoever. Oh my gosh. Now, you see, I had a chocolate oatmeal stout earlier today for a review. The one thing that I said about it was that if it was to have more character in any way, it could be by increasing the alcohol content. I said, you know, maybe increasing it to about maybe 8% ABV. This is, again, I'm going to use the word staggering, 11.2% ABV. The flavor is completely there. The taste of the alcohol content is incredibly mellowed down. I mean, this is one of those drinks that you got to be careful with, okay? Because it's going to taste unbelievable, and it's going to go down like water, and you are going to be drunk before you know it, and that is not what you want to do. Another thing that I'm going to point out about stouts, okay, is a lot of people like to refer stouts to what they're used to, what they're most common to, which is the Guinness, okay? Now, one thing I'm going to bring out about this is it is incredibly smooth, but it is not as smooth as Guinness. So if you like your carbonation in your beer, you like that little bit of a bite after you finish taking the sip of your beer, this has got it for you. So, no complaints over here. Wow. One thing I really like about this is it's not too rich. Now, you see when they come up with flavors like creme brulee, it's very sweet. It's one of those drinks that you should be having actually paired with a drink, and you should be having with at least 3 people because it is damn sweet. This, on the other hand, so incredibly dangerous. Again, I said, tastes good, tastes incredibly good. The alcohol content is masked, again, like I said, and I would like to throw in addition the fact that it is not too sweet. So there are far too many things here that are going to be keeping you from, you know, holding back per se. So I am going to give this probably one of the best reviews that ratings that I've ever given. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is pure masterpiece. I've never had actually a better beer out of the Southern Tier series, and I didn't even, you know, double check that they're from Oregon, but I'm pretty sure I know my stuff. Oh, here we go, Lakewood, New York, USA. So I'm getting them confused with another company that's in Oregon. So there you go. My apologies, Southern Tier. Cheers to your wonderful crafts from the gods. And yeah, enjoy, people. Have a great day. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Cheers.